Well, hello there. Today, we'll be addressing an important question about what it means to be an American. Now, this question may have nothing to do with science. However, we believe that the future of America lies in the hands of the youth, and therefore, being an American means having access to a high-quality education.
So what ignites our interest in high-quality education? Let's take a closer look at the Texas education system. Unfortunately, over the past 10 years, Texas has fallen to 37th in the nation in education. While there's been much controversy over curriculum in subjects such as math, English, or even science, much of the scrutiny falls on factors that affect many students in Texas.
Today, we sat down with a chemistry teacher, Ms. Bukele, and our superintendent, Dr. Kelly.
The two factors that aim to have the greatest impact on K-12 education in the state of Texas are state testing and school finance. In spring 2012, the Texas legislature voted to switch from the tax test to the STAR standardized exams, intended to increase data and metrics through which schools, teachers, and underperforming students could be held accountable. However, there have been a number of complaints and protests over their implementation. Opponents argue that one test misinterprets students' knowledge and understanding of school subjects and places undue stress upon students. Proponents at the TEA disagree, arguing that standardized tests seek to measure student and teacher performance in a quantifiable way. Since 2012, media publications such as the Texas Standard, Texas Monthly, and Texas Tribune have put pen to paper to evaluate both pros and cons of the system.
We asked Ms. Bukele whether she thought standardized testing was an effective way to measure student and teacher performance.
I do not, because there's such a wide variety of students. Like this year I have students who are in IPC, so I have very low level performing students who have very little motivation to do well. But then I have, on the other end of the spectrum, I have super high achieving students. So it's kind of hard to gauge that when you have all just 10 track questions just to gauge everybody. So I don't feel that that's very fair to the students or the teacher to show how the teacher has been performing in terms of teaching her lessons, his or her lessons.
Surprisingly, Dr. Kelly had an alternative opinion.
I happen to believe that standardized testing is important. There was a few years ago when they overdid it. In order for y'all to graduate from high school about 4 or 5 years ago, you had to pass 12 tests. And so that has been reduced to 5, and there's some exceptions to it. I still would curtail a little bit of the testing right now. I'd take out writing, because to me, having the state grade writing doesn't seem that useful to me. It's better done on a local level. But overall, I think that I do want to know how I'm doing as a superintendent, how the principals are doing, and how the teachers are doing every year about most grades in the school district. And if we don't have that, then how do we know we're doing well?
To the core issue here is that we have told kids and their families that they are doing fine, that they're on track, they're on grade level, only for them to find out later that that's not true. It's too late when you're in 12th grade or you're now 18 going to the community college to be told that you don't actually have the preparation you need.
School finance in the state of Texas is a complex issue. Schools are currently funded by the state of Texas itself through property taxes levied by school districts. Tax ranges can be anywhere from $1.02 to $1.17 per every $100 of property value. School districts and their officials have become discontent in recent years, as they've been forced to raise property taxes progressively without any cash influence from the state. This year, the House and Senate are taking up school finance seriously, seeking to raise teacher salaries, increase programs for students across Texas, and slowing the rise of property tax rates to placate property owners.
We asked Dr. Kelly for his opinion on the school finance conundrum.
Boy, I could talk about this for hours. The school finance system as it currently exists there's two major flaws with it. It's inadequate there's not enough money in the system, and it's inequitable, meaning decisions on which district gets a lot of money are based on formulas from 10, 15, in some cases 40 years ago.
Altogether, while controversy exists over whether standardized testing is effective or whether the current school finance system needs to be overhauled, we can all agree that being an American means having access to a high-quality education.
And that's the heart of the issue.